Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the December 27, 2025 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live or Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word Saint spelled backwards. And today, my co-hosts are brother Afro-Agnostics, star of those Afro-Agnostic videos on social media and co-star of Objective Deconstruction. We got infamous El Pooh, star of Spin That Back. And we are going to have a Spin That Back today. What is it going to be about, infamous El Pooh?
You know, we're going to do a big focus on Eric Sermon as a producer back in the 90s, 80s and 90s. Yes, sir. So that's what we're going to do today.
And we have Mr. Floyd X, the boss, and star of Street Focus / The Brother Johnson Show / as the commenter said, those three gay guys. But go ahead.
Hey. His name was shout out to the commenter from last night, the Vaccinator. That was his name. But he made a funny joke. I wish I would have put it on the show last night, but it was funny.
And shout out to Brother Walk. Maybe he'll get in here later. Maybe we'll have a pop in from AB. She's always got the invitation. Sister First Lady, of course, always. So we'll see. Sadly, we're not gonna have Brother Student X today. He just got some bad family news, so he had to go take care of that. But we're gonna hold you down. We're still gonna destroy Candace Owens. We're not gonna take it soft on her because of the terrible tragedy that happened with you, brother. But you got our love and support, brother.
Have a part 2 or the comeback. Call it the get back.
The revenge of the Sith. So go ahead. That having been said, what's going on with you, brother? Oh, I'm sorry, you was about to say something. You said it.
No, I was just thinking in my mind, like I just don't understand why any black person would latch on to Candace Owens. No, I just can't get over that mentally. Like, what is going on there? Like,
ask yourself.
Just so obviously.
Ask yourself the same question about Donald Trump, man. It's just when I be just sitting there going back and forth with these cats, I'm like, this guy literally looks like the enemy that's been the enemy for us the long time. He's the poster child of that. And you guys want to go, like I said, you want to deal with Robin. But what's going on with you, Mr. Floyd X, sir?
Man, I'm chilling, getting over the holiday spirit. My children, they all went back to their respective homes. So I'm back here with just me, the wife, and my dogs.
That's just that. And Green Bay, I think your team is still doing pretty okay, right?
Yeah, they got to stay in. I think we play Chicago today, I believe it is, and
they gonna lose.
Yeah, we normally whip their ass. We whipped their ass last time, but normally we tear Chicago ass up. Like what everybody used to say, I own y'all. Green Bay own y'all.
So we'll see.
But what's name is playing good though. Their quarterback is playing great now. The one with the painted nails.
Ouch. Caleb Williams or whatever, from USC. So what's going on with you, infamous El Pooh? I know that you and AB's team is doing pretty okay too.
Oh yeah, we doing all right. Actually, we play the Bears tomorrow, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah,
you got Bear envy. Hey, you know what? About the Afro-Agnostics team got eliminated by the
Lions.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Let's see who we play.
We've been eliminated, brother.
Oh, we played the Ravens today. We played the Ravens. My bad. We played the Ravens today.
It's the refs, man. It's the refs, man. They cheating us.
Hey, but thank God Kansas City is not in the playoffs this year. Hey.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the first time in a long time.
I think we might have eliminated those mugs.
Yep.
So that having been said, let's get to the first thing up. It's the end of the year. New Year's coming up, so we're gonna have a kind of a review of what happened in 2025. What things really stood out unfortunately, right now, it's a blank to me. What really stood out to me that I really loved is people from my generation, the OG hip hoppers coming back and dropping albums. That's been a great revisit. So, salute to the pioneers that basically put in that work and showing these youngsters, you know what I'm saying, that we still got something left. So, I love that about 2025. You got something to say about 2025, brother Afro Agnostics?
Yeah, and I think the show, the Spin That Back, that you guys are going to do later is featuring one of the artists who has something coming out this year, right? Eric Sherman.
It's out.
It's out.
It's a compilation or something, the Dynamic Duos or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the highlight of the year is Trump's presidency. I mean, everyone leading into 2025, at the end of 2024, it was this anticipation. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? And he came in wrecking shit. So to me, that's the highlight of the year.
And we want to clarify, because in hip hop, when you say wrecking shit, there could be positive undertones to that.
True.
What wrecking shit did you mean? You mean like
yeah,
what type of wrecking shit are you talking about?
Displacing, giving tax cuts to billionaires, displacing things that benefit, minority groups and things like that. Deconstruction of DEI, the Black Lives Matter Plaza, the Constitution itself, coming in with this fascistic agenda that was
tariffs.
The tariffs way more than what we thought, as far as like the speed and velocity of it. I always said, Democrats are the slow train to fascism, and the right wing, the Republicans are the fast track. And he demonstrated that in those first 6 months. He negatively wrecked shit.
That's what's up. Yeah. Boss man.
Hey man, as far as the Trump presidency goes, I agree with Afro that is a highlight of the year, or something that major with that stupid ass Doge shit and that Elon Musk. I'm glad he's hiding wherever he's hiding in his little hole. Just wasted a lot of money and time with that fake Doge stuff. And the Epstein's file being released, that's a highlight. Hopefully this will be the end of his presidency and we won't see the next 3 years of this man in office. So I hope something comes out and buries him.
Ouch. Yeah. Good luck with that. Infamous El Poo. What you got for 2025?
I took some notes, some stuff that went down this year. Number one, the wildfires at the beginning of the year out here in LA. Then you had Kendrick Lamar, the Super Bowl performance, which was epic.
Hell yeah.
You had Liberation Day, which was when the terrorists went in and everything, and that just caused a whole lot of calamity. 4th of July, your boy 4 Extra blowing his hand off.
Oh, yes.
Charlie Kirk got killed. D'Angelo, unfortunately, left us, passed away.
Yep.
Not long after Angie Stone.
Right, exactly.
Focuz this year, was Angie Stone last year?
They were like maybe a month or weeks apart. Wasn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it was a few months. I'm not sure. Yeah. But the government shut down. The snaps being paused for some people and stuff like that. Yeah. And of course, the epic Epstein files being released.
Yeah, pages and pages of blackness,
darkness.
So that's what's up. So 2025.
Just to correct it, same year for D'Angelo and Angie Stone.
Got it.
Yeah, that's pretty sure. Yeah, because that
they were same year.
Yeah, they were a married couple, or they were a couple, and they had a son together, and that was the tragedy that he lost both parents this year. You know what I'm saying? So, condolences to that brother. Mm-hmm. But it's the new year coming up, New Year's Day, and sadly, it's going to be like Beirut over here. You know what I'm saying? I know my dogs are going to be going crazy with all the fireworks and guns. It ain't going to be just fireworks over here. But this is a time that people often do New Year's resolutions So, I'm not one to do that type of stuff, and I can't say that I really have one for this one, but I'm definitely going to step up taking care of some business stuff. I just ordered a beefy desktop computer to do some real video work. So that's definitely coming in. So yeah, that's what's up. So, you got a New Year's resolution, boss man?
Man, for myself, I'm gonna do my thing is to eat better. I'm already in the gym. I'm just gonna commit to going to 4 or 5 instead of 3 times a week. I'm gonna go to 4 a week and try to stay consistent with it. And I already started to go harder, and that's my goal: to eat better and stop drinking so goddamn much. That's another one. Shit.
You know what? I want to piggyback on. I'm gonna do some of those things. I don't know about the alcohol thing, but yeah. I'm literally in my gym right now. That I'm not putting the work. I'm definitely gonna put work into that. Getting back to that this year, and definitely, have to eat better because of like some real type stuff. But infamous El Poo.
Yeah, I say the same. I'm gonna try to stay a little bit more healthy. My whole goal is to make it to the next year and make it through the next year on my feet. So there it is.
That's what's up. Afro agnostics, brother. What about you?
Man, it seems like everybody at this age is, there's always like a commitment to fitness, better health. But I guess there's always room for improvement. So, but just in general, no matter where you are. So same thing. I'm gonna rededicate myself to fitness, to dietary wise, to activity wise, and then also my podcast. So I got to get back on it.
Up. That's what's up.
You got good effects on your podcast, bro.
Plug. Yeah, it's a plug.
Over here, man.
Hey, you almost like a sex talk and walk, man. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by that?
I done speak of the devil.
Called him.
Hey, what's going on? Walk, just talking about you, my guy.
Yo, what's good?
Chilling. You good? You ready?
Hey man, what you got? You got a New Year's resolution for 2026?
Yeah, lose weight. Same as everybody, I guess. Lose weight and work out more.
That's what's up. Amen. All right.
Before we move on, I wanted to ask the question. Oh, go ahead. You finished? Before we move on, I wanted to ask the question. Like, I think it started back in 2020 or after the pandemic, where people was like, "F that year," and they was pissed off at that year. Glad it's leaving. Is it the same sentiment for 2025, or is this a better year?
Oh, it's a way better year.
Okay.
That other year seemed like the worst year. Like, I mean, just it started off, like Walk said, it started off with losing Kobe, and then just the whole world flipped upside down. There's chaos going on in 2025, but I feel it's nothing like what was going on, in what was that? 2020 or 2020
or 2021? Because I know those were like 2 years where people were like, glad he gonna get the F out of here. And
yeah, that was a crazy year. Year.
Yeah, only problem is we got Trump back.
Yeah, that year got us rid of Trump. This year we
brought him back.
One more question. The year-end review and rap. Who you looking for? Mad Lib or Uncle Murder? Or Mad? What's his brother name?
No. I think it's Mad Lib. Mad Lib.
No, it's Uncle Murder.
No,
Uncle
it's two
Murder.
people.
And then what's name?
The other dude is it's a Mad Lib, the one who did
the Mad Rapper. I forget.
Not the Mad Rapper. It's I think it's Mad Lib, but that's the dude who did the
Mad Skills.
Yeah, Mad Skills. Yeah, Mad Skills. The one with the neck. Remember that song? What was the song called? I got your neck. Anyways, that song. But yeah. So now I'm definitely more interested in seeing what Mad Skills got. But I'll be listening out for Uncle Murder if he does it.
All right. Afro, who you got? You listen to both of them or what?
Nah, I haven't really heard of the only Uncle Murder.
Okay.
Well, he started it. He's been doing this for like years and years and years.
Uncle Murder hijacked it.
Yeah. Mad Skills been doing this for years.
Serious? Yep. Mad Skills started it. And that was
the head nod. That's what it was called. It's called the head nod. Yeah, exactly.
Nod. So Mad Skills started it. Uncle Murder hijacked it.
Wow.
And he does so good at it. That's why it's like he took it over pretty much.
Mm.
What about you, El Pooh?
I always look forward to Mad Skills and the way he wraps it up. You know, Uncle Murder is cool, but Mad Skills is the original.
Got you. Mr. Walt.
Ouch.
Either one. I mean, Mad Skills is a Ghost Rider's Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't heard his shit in years. He been off the radar. I thought he'd been stopped doing it in like 2000. I ain't heard.
I think he did stop. I think he did stop. You know, but you know, sometimes they.
I thought
he had stopped at least for a point in time, and then was like, y'all been asking for it, so I'm gonna come back with it, whatever. But yeah, Uncle Murder did sort of like pick up the baton and run with it. But they had like sort of like a battle, you know what I'm saying, over it. So you know, but that's what's up. So let's go ahead and pivot on to talk about this brother DK Metcalf. Okay, first of all, this dude is an amazing talent. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a burner, and he's a big old 6'5", whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's also a template, you know, ideal wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? But this brother just lost the moment. He was sitting there, I guess, during the game. Some fan said something, and what they alleged that he said is he literally just said his full government name. And the guy got upset, and he walked over, and he sort of like grabs him down, and then kind of mushes him with the same hand that he kind of pulled him down with. Now, go ahead.
I got a video for it. I got the video.
Let's play it. Let's play it.
Metcalf had mixing it up with someone in the stands. Oh my gosh. And that not going to have great consequences for the Steelers and Metcalf. DK Metcalf.
All right, so it was a quick interaction. He snatched him down. I watched it live. I was looking at that, and I watched it live. They said, we just happened to catch this on camera. Then they played it back. I was like, oh, that's going to go bad. That's not going to end well.
And it actually didn't, because what happened was he got suspended 2 games. So 2 game checks equal to about $555,000. So that's a little bit over $500,000. And then he got his guaranteed money on the back of his contract that was guaranteed voided. So that was $45 million. So this was extremely expensive, dumb maneuver. Look, you got to be better than that. Don't just ignore the mugs. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Even if you hear it, just don't even dignify it, unless you like going back for it and it's like a joke, like Luka Doncic. I remember we had the situation with LeBron where the dude was sitting there talking about how, hey, you still don't got no hair. And he was like, but you know what I got a lot of? And everybody was like, damn. Everybody was like, you won. Yeah. He's like, a whole lot of it. So, you know, that's how you interact with the morons. You know what I'm saying? Don't definitely put your hands on somebody, because you know what? It's going to cost you even more, because I'm sure that dude's going to be like, you know, I think you broke my jaw or something like that. You know, so.
If I can add to that, man, because when that fan said that to LeBron, you can tell initially just by bodily responses, he wanted to say something quickly, but he sat there and thought about it and processed it. And to me, that's what they need to do. These men are all caught up in their emotions. You know, patriarchy puts out the idea that women are emotional, because when we men think of emotions, we only think of crying, but anger, sexual desire. We see these men again and again and again messing up the bag because they cannot control their emotions.
Hey, we got a comment from Mr. PC Lurker. He says, when you act like a fill in the blank, you get treated like a fill in the blank. And then he was like, don't act like a fill in the blank. And then he says, he already getting sued. He'll get sued, deservedly so.
Real talk.
Oh yeah, that guy. I would definitely claim. I can't even work anymore. My neck is,
my neck, my back.
With my wife. Yeah.
I got a statement from the guy, and I don't want to call him a victim just yet, but I got a statement from him, because what came out was that it was stated that he said a racial slur. And he said during that, because of that, he's getting his family is being threatened. So this is what he had to say, sitting next to his lawyer.
Animal abuse, racism, like I get hot right away. Like I could feel it in my face. It gets all warm. So I guess I want to be crystal clear about one thing. I didn't use any racial slurs no hate speech. I mean, none of that stuff at the game. Actually, never. 15 years season ticket holder for the Lions. I've never done that at all. So, to Kalen, if you're watching this, man, if you could just say that, please. Like, my family's getting threats and stuff, and it's not cool. So, whether you said that or not, I'm sure you didn't want that to happen to the family. Even if you did, like, I forgive you, man. Yeah, that's all I got. Go Lions.
All right.
That dude looks like
Lions.
a
Now look here though. I believe him 100% because
Go ahead, brother.
the stadium is right there in downtown Detroit. Folks don't know Detroit is about, I think it has decreased the population, but the black population is like 86, 87%. And that's reflective in the stadium. No white dude is going to slur. It's just not going to happen to all black team players. You don't even have to worry about the players. You have to worry about the other fans adjacent to you. It's not going to happen.
All right, so the brother says he feels like he's a racist. I don't know. I mean, like what you just articulated, I don't see nobody in a football stadium just blurting that word out to a football fan.
Well, I won't say that they won't do it, but again, he's got really good seats, so you could hear it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that dude looked like a mixture between the Stifler and Jack Black. But you got something to say about this infamous El Poo?
Something made this man react. You had to say something that triggered him.
He said it again. His first name. He said his government name. He called him DK or whatever. He doesn't. That was the whole incident. He said he called him by his government name. He doesn't like that. He wants to be called DK. But sorry, go ahead, El Poo. Continue on.
Well, respect the man. If he wants to be called DK, call him DK.
Mama call him Candace. Mama named him Candace, but I'm gonna call him Candace.
Man. All right. Anybody else want to speak on it?
You got something to say about that, Mr. Floyd X?
I didn't speak on it yet? No, look. Okay, so I don't believe that the guy said the N-word or a racial slur because I don't believe that a fan would just blurt that out to a football player. Because you got, especially if you're a season ticket holder, you right in the front. Why would you blurt that out to a fan? And you know that you could lose your seats. You lose your privileges into the stadium.
Your life.
I don't think he would have took that chance. That's just my opinion.
I just meant, what's your opinion about the actual hitting the dude? You did speak on it. Yeah.
That was dumb. Yeah. There's nothing he could say that they got security there. You could have had him ejected if it was offensive or to that level. They would have kicked him out. If he used a racial slur, they would have kicked him out. Be like, no, you got to go.
And the security guard was there, right there.
He was standing right there. Yeah. And it was just like, man, you don't do that. And you losing $500,000. That's a big loss, man. That's a big loss.
$500,000 plus 45.
Man.
Now he will get money back because he's a good player and he'll get, what I'm saying, he'll get another contract. But he might not get 45. You know what I'm saying?
All right, the PC Laker is back. He say, listen, Floyd, he's talking to me. I'm in the stand at New York Giants game. People say nasty stuff, including racial slurs.
I agree.
That is true. Yeah,
I agree. Especially in the cheap seats. People got a little bit more class in expensive seats, but it's 100%.
Well, thanks for correcting me, PC Lurker. I only been to one football game in my life.
All right, so that having been said, what do we have up next?
Let's get to the.
Oh yeah, Nicki Minaj. So they had the Amfest little thing, and I believe you have video. So why don't we go ahead? That's a beautiful woman, but
let me correct the
go
spelling.
to an unbeautiful place.
There was video.
Oh yeah, it should be A-N-M-A.
M-I Minaj.
It is? No, it's okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact. He's from Queens, New York, like me. So.
Oh God, it's so frustrating, dude. It's so frustrating. Watching that. Go ahead.
I want to hear what Walker has to say before you play Dr. Umar's thing. What you got to say about what she just said, Brother Walk?
To have respect and admiration for the president of the most powerful country in the world. Like, I don't even see how this is even a topic or a story. Like, I don't get what's the big deal. What happened? What did she say? Did she say, "Oh, I want to suck his dick on live TV" or something? I don't get what even the topic is, but I don't see nothing wrong with what she said. She giving her opinion. That's what this country about. Where my flag at? Let me wake up. Hold on.
And that's why I wanted him to get his opinion out there first. Go ahead and I'll play Dr. Umar.
Let's get Dr. Umar part.
Few sisters I could put in front of her in terms of lyrical talent, but how dare you build a comfortable life for you and your beautiful family on Black culture and then turn around and use that success to help Donald Trump leverage his military agenda against Black Africa, the Black Caribbean, and Black America. I need her to understand, Art, Sister Nikki, you are being used against the Black Caribbean. You are being used against Black Africa, and you are being used against Black America. Is what Donald Trump is offering you, is it worth that? Is it worth the turning back the clock of African people in 3 separate regions, Art?
Hey, salute to Dr. Umar. He may be a scammer, but he sure can articulate points well. Shit. Salute to Dr. Umar from me.
He should go to Africa. They got a bunch of plane tickets that could go to Africa. Brother Agnostic, if you want to join them as well. If y'all don't like it, y'all know what y'all can do. Shake the spot, man. Because y'all not turning the clock and y'all not changing shit. This is the greatest country in America, boy. We're playing.
Things are going to change in 3 years.
But wait, listen. Walk, why are you telling us to leave the country? Instead, shouldn't we just stay here and fight this shit?
No, I'm saying if you don't like, well, okay, what are you fighting? Are we podcasting? We fighting? Y'all ain't militarizing nothing. Y'all not getting organized and shit to do shit about shit. Neither is Dr. Umar. Quit playing. Come on, Nikki getting her money, man. That's all she is, a fucking actor. She playing a character role. But I don't see what's the agenda to militarize against Africa for the things that they got popping over there. Like so they not commit genocide against certain peoples that's different ethnicities within their African race. That's not going on. They not killing women and putting guns in little boys' hands and just going in villages and burning shit down. That's not happening.
Is that not happening? Is that not happening in other places? Is there some reason why he's only trying to police Nigeria?
Sound like a deflection.
They say no. That's right. We are talking about Africa.
It's a lot of atrocities going on all over the place. It's a lot of atrocities going on all over the place. We're talking about Africa right now.
He's saying they're attacking Christians. They're not just attacking Christians. ISIS is killing Muslims. They're killing all the people. He's basically making this point. And again, this is all just
so Nicki Minaj is proliferating all of that.
She is. She's giving him a pass to this. She's giving him a pass to basically assault a Black country. Everybody's talking about.
So now we like, okay, it's okay to kill innocent people because Nicki Minaj sat her cute ass.
Okay, what are you okay with Russia? You okay with Russia killing Ukrainians? You okay with Russia?
Now we're talking about Russia. Stop flipping the script.
It's the same difference. I'm saying, are you?
Yeah, I'm for white folks killing white folks. I love that.
He mentioned,
stick to the script, bro.
He mentioned my name. I didn't know that this discussion was going to go in this direction, but just to quickly address the patriotism thing, I don't, patriotism pretty much means like loyalty, right? Political loyalty.
Nobody says shit about patriotism, but go
ahead.
Hey, let me get my flag.
No, but you have reference.
The flag.
when you talked about this country and having respect for the presidency and for the office, and because, you know, no matter who's in it, I think it matters who's in it. And it also matters what are they doing. If they're doing something that is, a human rights violation, something that is not in the interest of Black people, why would we need to be loyal to them? Why would we need to have admiration for them? Like I don't have admiration for George Washington. He owned Black people. Why am I obligated to do that? And like, I see you waving the flag there, but I would ask you, during the Civil War, who were the patriots?
During the Civil War?
Yeah, who were the patriots?
The Negro.
Okay, I would agree with you there. And the Negro wasn't free, but we did fight to get our freedom. But anyway, as far as the Nicki Minaj,
thought you had me, huh?
Yeah, the part of the Nicki Minaj, I don't think is it's anything we should be, necessarily frustrated about, because, Black people on the whole are very cohesive, so cohesive. No one is a monolith, but Black people are so cohesive, we're thought of as a monolith. People don't usually, there's a wide and large consensus amongst Black people as far as what MAGA represents. And when it comes to Nicki Minaj, I don't think that she is suffering from like a mental condition or slavery. I think as long as you're narcissistic, and I think she has a history, she's proven she's narcissistic, she's egotistic, and she's uninformed, and she's capitalist profit driven. I think those three factors, that's all you need. And you're vulnerable to, to cater to the right wing, because if everything is going good, she's probably okay. Because this is what happened. We see a pattern when she suffers when she enters a financial or legal crisis, she's easily, amendable or, to go over to the right, to support MAGA. She doesn't believe anything that she's really saying. She was pro. She didn't even perform. She turned down money in Saudi Arabia because of her wanting to protect the right of LGBTQ people. Now she's turning around attacking LGBTQ. She's just trying to pander to the right because she needs some legal and financial support. I think that's
play that video. What did Charlie Kirk have to say about Nicki Minaj?
Let's see what she had to say about Nicki Minaj.
Black culture is being held captive by influences, songs, and role models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old Black girls. I don't.
So he was speaking at a college, and Charlie, Amfest is the Charlie Kirk institution or whatever from the Turning Point USA. So now she's on their side. That's the whole point of playing that video. That's how he felt about her. Now she's supporting him in his what you call it, his widow.
His movement. I mean, again, supporting the widow, a woman who's lost her husband. I'm all for that. These people are still people. We should treat people like people have humanity about it. But we understand that the Turning Point was being led by a person who was a demagogue. I mean, Charlie Kirk was not a decent person. You know what I'm saying? He may have talked about decent things, but he talked about a whole lot of indecent things. And, this was unapologetic, accepting, you know what I'm saying? It's just so that's what you're dealing with. Yeah. Go ahead. That's what I'm saying. So we know what it was, and we know what their thing is about, and we know what the MAGA movement about. The MAGA movement is about a hostile movement towards Black people. You know what I'm saying? That's just fundamentally it is. The Make America Great Again. Yeah, that's what it is. Make America Great Again. We all believe in making America great.
Say that, bro. That sounds like your opinion.
Why do you always offer your opinion and you don't got to say that? But every time
I do all the time, in my opinion. And Pete Clucker just said some stupid shit on that comment. He said Nicki Minaj is not a role model. Here's my opinion on that. She's a married Black woman to a Black man, and they have children together. She didn't go on stage and twerk her ass for goddamn Kamala Harris for the United to be the president. She's a good role model to young Black girls. Don't get it twisted, Pete Clucker. You about to get blocked on me.
He's not gonna get blocked.
Hey, he said he supports you. He just said he supports you.
He said she's not a role model. Go to the comment before that. We talking about Nikki.
I know what you're talking about. I saw what he said, and again, he said it just like Charlie Kirk said. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so funny that the white evangelicals, the Christian nationalists, are now supporting Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Who is a twerker of ass? I don't care who she twerks it for. That's how she makes her money. Has made her money, but now it's okay because it's not really about this Christian morality. It's about white supremacy. I think, well, come on, man. Like, what is the criteria? What would MAGA have to do or say for you to conclude, man, they're racist? Because whatever you can think of, they've already done it. We can pull numerous examples. So I don't know why you acting like you're shocked. Black people know this intuitively.
Charlie Kirk was a racist dude, and he got what was a common to him.
He was supported by
Trump. As far as
MAGA,
with the MAGA movement,
what was his base? His base was MAGA and Trump, right? Trump supported him.
That's not his base. He got his own base. What you talking about? It's a lot of people who don't support Donald Trump that was supporting Charlie Kirk. Come on, bro, do your research. You sound like you're assuming.
I'm sure that you can find some people who don't support. I get that, but the majority do support.
In your opinion, say my opinion. Come on, let's move on.
Real quick. The brother, the PC Lurker brother, he asked a question. Since they accusing her of not being a role model, can anybody on the panel name top 3 female black role models as opposed to a Nicki Minaj?
Okay, Michelle Obama, Jasmine Crockett, and
Lauryn Hill. That's another stupid question.
I wouldn't pick Lauryn Hill.
Yeah,
she's kind of she hasn't.
That question is kind of asinine. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, come on.
Well, he said top. He just giving an example, and you see how he didn't say that. That's not. You shouldn't presume that he's saying that where are the black role models? He said these are give you an examples, and you'll see that these people are pretty far from Michelle Obama. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not Michelle Obama, pretty far from Nicki Minaj. Again, I think that Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper of all time. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? She's a great talent. But again, you sitting there talking about Trump are handsome, amazing. You're completely pandering to him. You know exactly what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And again, you're at an event. You're talking about the turning point. This is an event that is, despite there's Christian undertones. I understand. I'm not saying it's all bad. Nothing's all bad. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line, this is a movement that highly supported, the ridiculous comments and positions that Charlie Kirk took on black people as their leader. As their leader.
Yeah.
I mean, in closing or whatever, Nicki Minaj, she is like a representation of black people to be sitting there on that stage talking about how she loves Donald Trump and he's such a good guy. I love Trump. I love Vance. What have they done for you to love them? That's my question. What did he do to make? I love him. Like, I can't say I love President Barack Obama. He ain't done shit. What did Barack Obama do for me to love him? She's sitting there, I love Trump. Get out of here with that shit. She was an embarrassment. To me, she was an embarrassment sitting up there talking like that. It was disgusting, and I hope she should be ashamed. When she look back, she's going to recognize that she was standing on the wrong side of history after they destroyed those countries in the Caribbean. She's going to realize that she was just a pawn.
In her defense, she did basically give him props for, helping the people, because like Walk saying, there are terrible people, ISIS doing terrible things to people over there in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? So, you did say that, you said weren't killing people, they weren't doing terrible things. You didn't say that?
That's not what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think no one can deny that. But they're also trying to pin the cause on Muslims there. And also trying to say that Christians, and also trying to say that Christians are not Christians. Christians are the primary victims. That's not true. Moderate Muslims are the primary victims, and the government itself and other governments and other international people who are politically astute say no. Nigeria itself, we don't want your help in that way. This is not that type of problem. Don't frame it that way. So they're in disagreement with the whole framing of it.
And this is all a follow-up to basically Elon Musk making that whole position, like, that basically that the white South Africans are the ones that are being killed and murdered by black people. So this is basically the follow-up to all of that stuff, where he invites the president up there and then tries to sandbag him with this video, and it's like video footage of stuff of a completely different incident, just completely out of context. So that's the reality. That's the reality. That's the framework of what's really going on. You got something to say about this, El Poo, before we maybe go?
Where is Nino Brown when you need him? We need him right about now. Minaj. And you know what? She's not even a citizen. Send her ass back. You know what? I'm calling ICE on Nicki Minaj.
Well, they started a petition on change.org to get her deported.
Yeah, I think she said that she came here illegally or something like that. So but anyways, so that even says it's probably a good time to go to the commercials.
So Walk, you should hate her.
The bread trucker for all of your trucking needs, East Coast to West Coast, West Coast to East Coast, North to South, South to West. Y'all saw the number at the end. I'm going to book La Brea Trucking to go to New York, pick up all that trash at the White House and dump it somewhere. then I'm going to have a beeline to New York City and go to, where she say she's from, Brooklyn? Go
Queens.
to Brooklyn.
Queens.
She's from Queens. Go to Queens, pick up that trash and dump it back. If you could catch a charter or a boat across the Caribbean and dump it back in the Tobagos. You're muted.
Thank God.
That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. And if you want it in person, go to the Petty Vice in Venice or to the Afro City Marketplace in the Crenshaw Mall. Nidra, sister.
Turn up the dial, it's 10:30. Be back. Spin that back show, all the classics on track. From 79 to 99, we're crossing the gap. Album reviews, little known facts, hip hop intact. Saturday mornings, dive into the history. Samples and stories, old school mysteries.
You're muted. Still muted. There you go. Oh, you're muted again.
All right, I'm on now. All right. Well, anyway, 10:30 this morning, the last show of the year, Focus Up show. After the Focus Up show, spin that back. We're going to give props to Eric Sermon as a producer. Spent about 4 decades in the game, and he got a new project that's out right now. So we're going to just go over his discography or songs and stuff and artists that he produced in the 80s and 90s and just talk about it.
Comedy night tonight, the Stylers Barber Shop. If you didn't get your tickets, go to Eventbrite, Stylers Barber. Get your tickets for a comedy show tonight. Check them out. Now let's get back to the show.
So we kind of already talked about the Nigeria stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's really just sort of things about the whole Venezuela attacks. I mean, if it's supposed to be America first, a lot of this stuff seems to be America extra. So anyways, I don't know if someone else wants to add to this, or we want to just pivot on and talk about the stuff that's been released in the Epstein files.
I mean, to me, we know Trump is doing his usual BS. He ran on a thing that he was the president to stop all wars, and now he looked like he's the one that's starting all these wars and making up random excuses. Oh, there's drugs coming from Venezuela. We got to attack Venezuela. Oh, the Muslims are attacking Christians, we got to attack Nigeria. Come on, dude. It's just a bunch of BS and it's ridiculous. It's getting redundant. Hopefully the Epstein files will get his ass up out of here.
And I think, the only people who bought into that rhetoric who are, they say, for instance, you can only be disappointed by how much you were, by your expectations, the gap between your expectations and what actually happened. That is what creates disappointment. Those who are disappointed don't understand United States history. The United States was born in war, Northwest Indian War, and they've never stopped until today. Right now, it's ongoing across the globe. Military interventions are happening formally and informally everywhere. So I don't know. And interesting, in these particular places, Venezuela and Nigeria, they have together they have the largest supply of oil in the world. It's just coincidental.
What a coincidence.
To me, it's just like a bully tactic. It's just like he bullying Trump, bullying countries that don't have military might to stand up against the United States. It's sort of like how Russia did with the Ukraine. But that's what happens when you're a big country. You slap the shit out of the little countries. That's been going on since the beginning of time with the Mayas and the Aztecs. You know what I'm saying? The Spaniards and all these other countries. I'm not saying this right. I'm not saying this wrong. But they did get jacked for a whole oil tank and ain't shit they could do about it. I'd rather be on the side that took the oil tank.
Why can't you say it's wrong? I'm confused. And then another example.
It's a bully.
You said I'm not gonna say it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Okay. And
but
then
I
I have
rather
a
be on this
counterexample.
side than the other side.
I have a counterexample. China is not doing that.
Bullshit. Ain't China fucking with what's that country?
Only their internal, enemies, but not outside of China. They're not using the tactics of the United States or Russia. That's not how they're operating.
So that having been said, let's get to talk about this stuff. Unfortunately, Mr. Floyd X, this is not going to topple Trump because he's already made himself bulletproof. We'll see how this plays out. But for all the people that wanted to get after the pedophiles, that basically want to expose this thing, because again, this was a Republican talking point. The Democrats weren't even really thinking about this thing, but since they made it a talking point, and since Elon Musk put out there who was in it, they're like, hey, go ahead, let's release it, and we're finding, a lot of the stuff, and of course, the DOJ is just saying, well, it's all fake. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. What you got to say about that, Brother Walt?
So do y'all think that people just don't know what's in the Epstein files because, it's taking a long time to read? They know exactly what's in there. And the main guy that's probably in there is the guy who likes to get head under the damn presidential table. Billy C, baby. That's who should be investigated. That's who y'all, and that's why the Democrats like, whoa, let's back up off of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So release them. Trump been saying release the shit. Let the shit out. They already out.
Trump ain't said release anything.
I know that's
people. They know what's in there already. It ain't gonna hurt Trump, baby.
Bill Clinton said release everything you got on me.
Yeah, think about that. Who's the one that was sitting there begging people to change their vote? Don't vote. They literally didn't even have the House or the Senate, whatever it is. They didn't even convene because they didn't want to ratify that last person that would give them the 218 or whatever numbers to release this stuff. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been outed by the Republicans because she's been such an advocate for releasing these files, and Donald just absolutely threw her to the wolves. And basically, once everybody said F that, we're gonna release it, he goes, fine, I'll sign it, but everything's fake anyway. Don't believe in it. Everything that you see, my name's all over it. There's testimony about me raping this 13-year-old kid on it, but it's all fake. So that's what he's doing. That's the reality. You got something to say about this Afro-agnostics?
Yeah, I wasn't clear what. Yeah, I'm for. I think how much more has come out, but I can't remember how much of that, what percentage that is of the actual, the actual files. And the files are just all this information related to the case dating back to the 90s. So that is a lot of information. And already we see some inconsistencies between what Trump has said and what the documentation actually show. And we see some unverified things about Trump. But how many more unverified things are we going to come across? And also what little bits and pieces of information can be, gathered together. So I'm all for releasing the files and releasing them all. And I think this is why Trump was very against releasing the files.
And let me say this, man. Like, I'm a salute to Jasmine Crockett. She articulated it the best to me. She said, listen, we should release all the files, put everything out there. And if it's found that some of your leaders are pedophiles and you still support them, at least it's out there. We know. We know that you support a pedophile and you know that you support a pedophile. At least it's out there. So put it all out there. Put it out there and get these victims of this Epstein Island stuff. They do need to have some justice. And if it's people out there that committed crimes, whether it's Bill Clinton or Donald Trump, hang their ass. Hang them. I mean, literally, not literally, but in the court. Hang them. Sentence them. Put them through the ringer if it's true. Whatever we find in the Epstein file.
And that goes for all across one of my political heroes, Noam Chomsky. He was in the files. That kind of hurt me. Like, damn. I don't know, but it does open up questions, about Noam Chomsky, who was one of mine.
Chris Tucker. Said Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker too. Yeah.
Chris Tucker said he was just on a missionary flight. He don't know nothing about it. It was on the plane in the Lolita, and I mean, I like the story because I never knew that story. The Lolita story. The plane was named after some kind of victim. That was an actual victim in the story. Anybody know that story?
No.
I'm not familiar with the Lolita.
All right, so the plane name is Lolita, and that's the
Lolita Express.
The Lolita Express, and that's the plane that Chris Tucker and most everybody flew on. When they say they was on the Epstein plane, the plane name was Lolita. And Lolita is a character in the book who was raped by a older man. I think it was like based somewhere in South America, the story. But do your research and get the details. But that's just a brisk cover of it. It's the Lolita. It had a meaning behind the name. The Lolita Express.
You know what's so crazy about this whole thing is they just found another million documents all of a sudden. So they can slow drag it out a little longer. This makes no sense. Listen, if it's nothing to be worried about, just release everything. Unless you got something to hide, which I think that's what it is.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
they've already released. Go ahead.
No, what else?
Go ahead.
I would say they already released stuff and then took it back. They were like, "Oh, this got Trump on it," and like literally like took it back. You know what I'm saying? Or they released stuff that was unredacted, then they took it back and put it back redacted. Yeah. What they redacted was Trump. You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally you clearly see who they're serving as opposed to the people.
And redaction in that mistake, some of that information was already captured right off the Department of Justice website, and human beings are not infallible, so that redaction is never 100%, and is more good is going to come from the release than not, and that's why Trump was against it.
And just for the record, so Dan Bongino, the second in charge of the FBI, resigned, and the people who saying that he resigned because he put the threat out there that either Pam Bondi got to go or I'm leaving, and so he apparently left. I just want to say, I don't think he's going to live to tell the story. I think he's going to X him off before he could get back to his podcast and tell the story. That's just my opinion. I don't want it for him, but that's just my opinion.
Who's going to do it?
Somebody, I believe somebody. Hold on, let me line it up. Who's going to do it?
The Jews.
So go ahead. Let's try to cram in these last two ones for before we go. So let's talk about this Candace Owens. Do you have the video from Candace Owens?
I do. Let me play it. I don't have the actual one where she mentions the Talmud Jew, but I have a clip of what it came from this show where she was going against that. I forget the dude's name.
Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. So here's the clip.
One, and you effectively stalk and harass them for years after. I'm here to let you know that I'm done with it. I am done with it. This one is so fully off of the mother effing plantation. Truly, Ben Shapiro, fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
So in that whole spill of that thing, she mentioned a book called the Talmud Jews, and she put it up and showed it. And it's for me, it sparked the interest. I want to learn more, but I think Brother Afro had a rebuttal or something to say about that.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm sorry, man. It's kind of hard to figure out where to start, but this is like complete mask off because Student X and others were framing their anti-Semitism or anti-Jewism as anti-Zionism. And I believe in this entire clip, she never once mentioned Zionism. It was never about Zionism. It's just a rebranding of anti-Semitism and anti-Jewism. She's saying there, I'm learning about the Talmud, and she throws up this book. Yeah. The Talmud, just for the people who know, it's a commentary, debate, discussion, commentary adjacent to the Torah, written by rabbis between the 2nd and 5th century. Just writing about how to apply this and that. But she's not learning about the Talmud by reading the Talmud or reading the works of rabbis who've written on the Talmud, Talmudic Jews and non-Talmudic Jews. She's learning about the Talmud from a book, this Talmudic Jew book, written by a 19th century anti-Semitic German Catholic priest.
Yeah.
And his work has been condemned by the Catholic Church. This dude actually went to court during the 1870s to argue that Jews kidnapped Christian children and used their blood and skin for religious rituals and purposes. He argued this in court, lost. He couldn't even read the Talmud, but he gonna tell you what's in it. So anyway, this is just the same thing being regurgitated, anti-Jewism.
And this book is a textbook for like Nazi, far right, whatever. I mean, Hitler. You know what I'm saying? The Talmud Jew book. So yeah, this is an extremely non-credible hit piece, opinion piece. To use Walt's favorite word. But I mean, the bottom line is this dude did not put in the research. He just basically built around a narrative that was clearly focused on making them the number one enemy. So that's what it is. That's what's up. But Student X, unfortunately, is not here to really defend it. But that's what I don't know if we said enough about it to go ahead and get to the Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, we got time for the Dave Chappelle. I'm gonna say what say.
Oh, you want to save it? You want to save it? You want to talk about it?
There's so much to dive in on that Dave Chappelle.
You can part to it. I mean, how do you want to do it?
Let's part to it, man. I mean, y'all want to speak on it? Let's do it. However y'all want to do it. We got 2 minutes, but I know y'all got to do y'all show next. Yeah. What y'all want to do? Save it for next week or keep going?
Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it, and then we can further go on it. So I'll say this. I watched it. I'm a big fan of David Chappelle. I pretty much line up with his arguments and stuff pretty much like in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this show was kind of a disappointment. And a lot of it because I felt a lot of it was about protecting his friend. I mean, he was starting to go to some conspiracy places, but he flipped it. It was all a setup because he made a very hilarious joke about Dr. Sebi. So I'm just saying that I didn't like the way he framed some of this stuff because I felt like it was a bad historian job. I mean, if we actually dig into what he was saying, what was being done, that stuff didn't quite line up. It was basically the interpretation of a person that really hadn't done the true diligence of the history. But he's still a clever dude, and he still made some funny things. So, what you got to say about this? Did you see the special, Brother Walk? Didn't. Afro agnostics, I'm gonna come back to you because I know that you're gonna echo something that.
Let Afro go last.
Yeah.
Let me speak. Oh, good. You want to go, Elpo?
Oh, I ain't really got much to say about it. I started looking at it, but I fell asleep on it. It wasn't even funny for me.
Damn.
It definitely didn't hold me like the other ones. I really felt like I did a lot of watching as opposed to laughing. But go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna speak on it. Hey, I loved it. It was wonderful to me. It was an excellent, and I love when somebody's speaking what they feel is the truth and going against the grain. I disagree with them as far as the going to Saudi Arabia part. I'm still not sure how I feel about saying you speak free over there. I'm still trying to learn or conduct my mind and see where I stand on that part. But as far as when the last statement at the end of the show, because the unstoppable, I gotta say the word. The title of the show was supposed to be called The Unstoppable Nigger Act. And he's speaking about niggers, or what y'all could call niggers, black people, how we unstoppable. Even in the 1930s, the boxer Jack Johnson was doing this shit where they got to pass laws because they can't just kill them. It's not easy to just kill them and move on. So they try the serpentine ways to do what they do. I'm gonna stop there, but the Unstoppable Act, that's what it means about it. So if you didn't catch that the first time, watch it again, and let's get Brother Afro on this thing, man. Go ahead, brother.
Man, I can't really find I would just say, man, I thought that, of course, he's a brilliant storyteller. He does that good, but the content of it was just really about him. It was just really self-absorbed. I seen this coming from Sticks and Stones, and with the closer, I fell asleep on the closer. As an example, it's not really as he does the more comedy drama, but he's like an unapologetic capitalist. I mean, his own self-assessment of himself really sums up the content and what he was saying. He spoke about his performance in Saudi Arabia. He did it for the money. He didn't care about, Saudi Arabia is involved in the Sudan, involved in indentured African labor. We know that they don't have freedom of speech there. There's mass killings, criminalization of homosexuality. And for him to go and still make that trans joke, he's just really telling you that he stands for nothing. He said he did a lot of work with the homeless to help them do the Thriller dance. He's the big wig in Yellowstone, in the Yellowstone area, and people bring social issues to him. And his response, look, I'm not here to help anybody. I'm here just to make money. And
do you see the comedy behind that? The mastery behind it? How black people going to white people thinking they gonna come save us because they rich, waiting for Bill Gates to put the money back in the community or some shit like that. That's
Yellowstone is 10% black. I mean, he missed that part. He misses the nuances to make these very static points. Like when he juxtaposed the black community to LGBTQ community. Like, no, 10% of the black community is LGBTQ. Like he makes these false equivalents, these what do you call it? False dichotomies, but he's not who I thought he was. And I saw that 2 specials ago. 2 or 3 specials ago.
Man. Well, I think it was mastery, and I love it. And I'm gonna watch it again because I'm gonna try. I listen to y'all, your perspective, and I'm gonna try to see. Okay, what did he see? What view is he watching it from? Because to me, it was masterful.
Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy was my issue. That was really outside of that. It was whatever. Because just to help you, Mr. Floyd X, when you sit here and say that, I just don't understand, what does he mean that you can speak over there more freely? What you can speak more freely about over there is trans. He can make that joke over there freely. He can't make that joke freely over here like that. So that's what he's talking about.
And that's the point too. He's saying basically it's not about freedom. It's really about accountability. He can't be held accountable for his words over there. Over here, he is. He doesn't want to be accountable. And that's really what it's really all about. It's about him. I'm the unstoppable nigga.
I feel like
I'm the leader of Yellowstone. I'm this. I
think he's given him. I think he's treated the trans community relatively fairly in pretty much every other special except for this one. Damn. This one, he made a joke that was really like, wow, that's a very harsh, you know what I'm saying? To me, this was the first trans joke that, in my opinion, I thought was ugly. I felt like everything else. I mean, when he made the whole thing about Jim Carrey and Jim Carrey and playing Andy Kaufman, and how I gotta call this dude. It's Jim Carrey sitting there right there, but I call him Andy Kaufman. He's like, that's how I feel with the trans community. To me, that's a brilliant joke, and it's honestly, very true. I just felt like, wow, this one was extremely insensitive when you're talking about what he was joking about. You know what I'm saying? So,
see, I feel like it wasn't the jokes that were bad. What was harmful was his juxtaposing, putting the black community against, the trans people, making that framework.
Mr. Floyd X, what were you about to say?
I want to get the point out there on Dr. Sabi. I know Brother Ethel had a point on it, but it's generally believed in the black community that Dr. Sabi went to court and won 2 cases against the government.
This is a great point.
Yeah. And so then, for me, what I appreciate about it, whether it's true or not, Dave Chappelle was telling his story and his perception about his friend. And I just want to put that out there. But Brother Afro, if you could address that.
Please, this is
and I didn't like that. So and that's what I mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned he's very politically amorphous, playing both sides of the fence. Like, was Sabi a fraud or was he not? I think you kind of left to your own conclusion. And he was conclusive about fuck Bill Maher and do this and this and this. But here, and also Charlie Kirk, I wasn't left with the conclusion that Charlie Kirk is who we know him to be. It was very vague. But anyway, no, Sebi went to court in '87 for practicing medicine without a law. It was concluded that he wasn't really practicing medicine, so the case was dismissed. But think about this: how do you prove the efficacy of a drug in a criminal court case? It doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? He was being charged with practicing medicine. They didn't prove that he was practicing medicine, so they dismissed the case. The next year, he went in for misleading, fraudulent claims from an ad in the New York Post and in the Amsterdam, and he was found liable. He had to pay. He had to say his remedies do not work, and he did pay the fine. And he, that case disproves all the other falsities about the other case.
All right, but nice guy. You got something to say about it?
No, that's it. So like, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you. I'll let you next time.
I thank y'all for watching the show. We out.